Okay, if you're gonna replace your mirrors like I am with tow mirrors on your 14 to 18 Silverado or Sierra, here's how to do it just quickly, not going into incredible detail, but just so you know what you're getting yourself into. There is a little plastic cover that goes here. You just take a small flathead or a pick, pull that off. There's a screw here. They're 7 millimeters. Same thing, remove this cover. There's 2 screws there. They're kind of like wood screws. There's one back there. Let me get the angle back there. After you pop this off, I found that it was best to pop this clip first. There's 4 of them. And then just go along and then drop it, kind of drop it down. You'll be basically looking at this then. This cover will be on there and a little bracket right here. That's 2 more screws. It's that bracket. Then use your heat gun, remove this, I think it's sound deadening. There's rubber gooey sealer, I guess, around it. It's reusable. You can place it back on there. I'd definitely use heat when you remove it because then it comes off pretty nicely. You can reuse it. Then you'll have there's a piece of trim here, which is simple to remove. There's a little pop plastic tab right there and right there. Use a trim tool of some sort to remove those, like this, or a metal one. Then you'll have your mirror exposed. Your OEM mirror will have, or your non-tow mirrors will have 3 10mm nuts. 1, 2, 3. If you're adding tow mirrors, you have to drill out this one. That's where I just use some flat black paint to cover the metal. Then you will need to remove your door wire harness, which is probably the worst part of it. I would start by spraying this with WD-40 because these studs have like thread locker on there, like this one. And I had one, when I first did this, I undid this one as well, but I don't need to. And I made the stud spin on the other one, and I had to put a ton of pressure behind it and use my electric wrench to tighten it. It's fine now, but you can avoid it. Use WD-40 and only loosen this one just to have this regulator frame. Give it a little play. But then to remove your harness, you undo it from the jam right here. Just take a flathead on top and that pops off. These electrical clips are really nice. Look at them. They're not like the old style where you just pinch and pull. A lot of them have little slider tabs you have to undo first. This one has actually like a lever, and you'll see it's really nice. These are nice to use and they won't break if you aren't forcing them. This would have been connected to your door panel. You undo that. I'll show you what I was talking about with the lever type of clamps right here. So you put that in and then clamp it down. And this would have been, this clip right here would have been to your harness on your whatever mirror you're replacing. It would travel through these down here. Take your speaker off. There's just another 7mm right here. Then get behind it, pry it. It's just held on by that screw and that tab on the bottom. It's just kind of resting. Undo the motor here. I believe it's the airbag, side airbag sensor, 10mm here. Push it through, then you can easily get that off of there. Let's see. The automatic lock, undo that, which passes through here and goes to here. So undo that, push it through, slide it through, just kind of fish. Here's my new one. You'd fish it through this way and you end up fishing all the wire through the speaker hole and pulling it out. Then replace it with your new harness of whatever sort you're using. And if you've experienced what I did, I called GM and they said I can't get power folding mirrors, but on eBay you can with all GM parts. I already have this on the driver's side. It's got all the features my truck originally had. They extend, they power fold, power adjust, turn signal. That's the cargo lamp light. When you unlock your truck, that lights up too. So I'm not losing any features. I don't have blind spot detection on my truck. I don't know if that was a feature with this generation, but that's about it. I found that having the glass up like this is best. You could probably have it up all the way, but just so you have enough clearance to work right in here, have your glass up, not all the way down. And then reinstalling, the worst part is getting the door panel lip back in here. But basically you get this part of it lipped in there first, and then kind of push it in towards the front of the truck this way. Obviously making sure you've got your manual lock in the hole there. They make this really simple because the harness is all right here, and you've got your cable for the latch right here. It's just another simple lever. It used to be, you know, I have to undo something here, undo something over there, undo something everywhere, but it's all right there. Not too bad. Just know you're gonna have to, again, drill another hole. These tow mirrors are quite a bit heavier than the original mirrors. I definitely wanted to use all four studs that this comes with. 1, 2, 3, 4. The original one didn't have that. I'll show you that quick and wrap this up. Here's my original. Just has 3. I think the 4th one would have been right here. I don't know why they didn't just make it simple and do 4 for both, but they didn't. And when you put this piece of trim back on, I have it off again because I didn't originally paint this and left exposed metal, and I felt like I was cutting a corner, so I undid this side again. But anyway, when you push this trim back on, make sure you get your weather stripping back around that plastic so it's functional. As always, if you're dealing with electrical, start it with removing your negative battery terminal. Good luck.